Girls. This is Dorian.
And this is Miss MVP. How you doing?
Welcome back. Mike. We here for season 2.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, man. This feels like it's been forever. How have you been, Miss MVP?
Well, little this, little that. Little dabble of this, little dabble of that. What about you?
That sounds very, very particular.
You had a busy summer. What do you mean? That sounds very particular.
That was being very sarcastic. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little dabble, a little dabble of this, dabble of that. Yeah, that sounds very,
those who
indiscreet.
Those who know. Those who don't, no wonder. Find your place and get in it. All I gotta say. I like that. Anyway, you had a busy summer.
Yes, I had a busy summer, and it feels like it's still going. Between traveling to get my daughters and military duties, and then traveling again. Yeah, I've been on the move, to say the least.
Yeah, I've been stationary this summer.
Well, lucky you.
By choice and by force, kind of. COVID.
Right.
I'm a small germaphobe anyway, so
that's the truth.
I don't do a whole lot of going on germs. So we kind of stayed at home a little bit, but kids are back in school now, so double the fun, triple the fun.
I don't even want to get. School has not been the best experience. Starting
this year?
This
year,
year,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, this year has not been the best experience. Just from getting my daughter transferred, and then once she got transferred, the school not recognizing that she was actually in the school. And then once I went to, once I called them to try to figure out what was going on, then I was like, oh yeah, she's in the system. She just got in today. By the way, there's a meet and greet tomorrow. Gee, thanks for getting that information at the last minute.
I blame that shit on you, because you had all summer to do that. So, but that's
How can you blame it on me? Okay. Before you even try to blame it on me, let me just go through the whole situation. So, 2 weeks after my daughters get here, I register her in the Mobile County school system.
Me telling everybody my business?
Ain't nobody telling your business. I'm telling mine. Shut up. So anyway, 2 weeks after we get her here, I register her in the school system. I didn't get an email back from the school system until August. Well, I figured that she would need to be in the school system itself. So then once they came back and told me, then that's when I got with the school. And then that's when they told me, oh yeah, there's a meet and greet. And then even after the meet and greet and after getting everything, it still took almost a week, for her to actually have classes and start classes and everything else. But that wasn't anything on my end. That was just the transfer system and everything else. So that's what the school told me. But yeah, it just wasn't fun when first day of school, you ask your child how was it, and the only thing they say, it was boring because they sat in one classroom because they didn't have a schedule. And then to hear that the next day and the next day and the next, it's not fun.
Sound like first world problems. Shit. These children these days are semi-entitled, and they figure that everything got to be moving just because they are bored. Man, no. Listen. No. These kids these days couldn't handle 7 classes, 8 classes. They only handled, 3 and 4.
A block scheduling, yeah.
Block scheduling. But they couldn't handle first period, second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, sixth period, seventh period, eighth period, first lunch break, second lunch break, third lunch break, fourth lunch break. They couldn't handle that.
You don't think so?
No.
I think some of them could because of how quickly that they move through things. So I think they would be fine with moving through.
These motherfuckers forget things from going upstairs to downstairs. You think they're going to be able to move from one class to the next?
No, let's get it right.
I didn't mean to call them motherfuckers.
No, I don't care if you call them motherfuckers. I'm saying that kids, yeah, they have a tendency to forget stuff, but they don't forget what's important to them. They may forget certain things, but they don't forget what's important to them.
Of course not.
Guarantee you that phone gonna be around or that iPad gonna be right there by their side, whatever doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, they only go for what's important to them. That was the biggest thing I had to go with my oldest daughter too, which was definitely not fun.
What?
No, just trying to deal with a 17-year-old teenager during the summer.
Oh.
It's just not the best experience.
And that thing that they'll get over it.
Yeah, they will get over
it. That will happen. But anyway, I'm semi-excited. I've been listening to the radio and it's like flooded with Aaliyah's music.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Timbaland was on the radio the other night and I was like, oh my God, just to hear Tim just talking, number one. And number two, about being in the studio with Aaliyah, him and Missy and just different things. I hate that her name is being tainted along with some R. Kelly stuff. But
well, I mean,
at least her music is, living on and everybody's getting a chance to see it and sample it and just go, well, I don't know if they're going to prove in the sampling, but still the younger generation is able to see it. They may have seen it here and there in some songs or videos, but they're able to experience her entire catalog. And it's like, I listen to like 8 songs back to back. You know how I feel about Aaliyah. Yeah. I like Aaliyah. I really do. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's good to have Aaliyah back, in the streaming platform. Just like it's good that for the hip hop heads, we got De La that was able to get the rights to their masters back from Tommy Boy, which was
funny.
Yeah. To say the least, but
that's a joke.
But yeah, just to be able to actually listen to their stuff and be able to have a lot of the album streamed, because I had a good copy of majority of De La stuff, and then whenever the CDs,
the Bentley.
when most of my CDs ended up disappearing, I was like, oh man,
no, that's off mic.
I was like, oh man, I can't find these De La CDs. I don't know what else and again, because they didn't have the rights to them, so and Tommy Boy wasn't releasing them on streaming platforms, so just like I was out of it. So the only alternative was trying to find it on YouTube, or God forbid, try to go to a download site to try to find it nowadays.
Mm.
Speaking of which, I was sitting back and thinking of some throwbacks, since you were talking about Aaliyah and I'm talking about De La, but you know how we went back way back in season 1, how we were talking about some of the throwback stuff that kids wouldn't have to deal with. But
like downloading music?
Yeah, like have to go to LimeWire or
Napster. Man, Napster. Listen, the Napster episode on The Simpsons, when they were, as soon as you hit www, because you had to put www back in the day, and then you hit Napster.com, and then it was like, you stay on that site more than 30 seconds, FBI coming. I'm like, man, I was so afraid to go to damn Napster. They're on my dial-up.
Yeah, that's something that kids would never know how to deal with.
Goddamn dial-up that. Can't sneak on it in the middle of the night.
Nope.
Wake the whole house up.
Or the worst thing, you done sat there, you trying to get a movie for hours, or even a song for hours.
And the phone.
And someone pick up the phone or the phone ring.
Disconnected.
Now you done lost everything.
Hilarious. Yeah. Goddamn on floppy disk. Yeah, they don't know what they not missing. They do not know.
Yeah, with the floppy disk and
the big ones and the little ones.
Yeah. Having to play not SimCity. Did y'all play Sticky Bears Building?
Sticky Bears.
Not Sticky Bears.
That sounds like some porn shit.
No. It was I think it was the either Sticky Bears or something Bears. And you know, like how they had SimCity, it was like, but it was more slated more towards kids during that time. But
you do know we're not that far apart in age.
I know that.
So
that's why
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's why I asked if you knew what I was talking about. Besides, I mean, it was that. It was either you played that, you played Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail is the shit. It's a TV show now. I can't even watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Or Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Or Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego?
They redid that. That show too. I can't watch it. It's disrespectful. I'm waiting on them to redo Captain Planet. But that's the difference. So look, we just here to say hello. And we coming back. We back today. We're gonna dive into the 90s, 80s, 70s cartoons later. deep down into the season. But yeah. So what else going on with you? We haven't really caught up this summer. Like we would any other time.
Yeah.
Because, you know, life. I've been up since 12:30 this morning.
You're a trooper.
Here it is, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Someone's going to be crashing. Nah, I haven't. My sleep schedule has not been the best. Especially with, I don't know about you, but when it comes to me, and it seems like it's just been happening lately, and I think it may just be with long drives, but like when I made these 15-hour drives going up and then coming back down, the next day or that night, I could not fall asleep. And then it would be difficult for me. And then once I fell asleep, I would only get like a couple hours. Like when I finally got back home and some quote unquote call myself resting to get ready for work the next day, I may have had maybe 3 hours
anxiety
then, and then 4 hours the next day. So I think I survived off of 7 hours sleep within those past 3 days.
Oh, that's nothing.
I ain't done this since military.
I'm sorry, sir. I have years and hours of HBCU education /
drinking and partying.
Allegedly under my belt. You're not going to defame my character or my name, sir. Hell wrong with you. So listen, this COVID stuff, this go round, I don't know if anyone has experienced anyone that has gotten it or passed away from it in the year of 2021. I know several people who have passed away this year. Along with it, 2 of them in the last month.
Oh, wow.
One under the age of 30. And her parents actually found her deceased. And it's sad that we're having to push pause on our life for so long. It seems like COVID has been going on a lot longer than what it has. Yeah. Hadn't even been documented 2 years.
No.
Just yet. But anyway, I just want to remind people to, even if you do not feel like it is necessary for you to get the vaccine, to at least respect others' body as you would, I'm not going to say yourself, but a close person to you. If you feel like you don't need the vaccine, or you have a certain religious belief about it or some type of reservation behind it, then don't do it, but at least still be cautious. Wear your mask around those who do have the vaccine, because they took it upon themselves to secure themselves as much as possible, as well as look out for those who are not vaccinated. So if they did that much for you, you can do that much for them. And I bring that up to say, I am not vaccinated. I am going to get vaccinated. I've been a strong opposer of the vaccine because of how fast they threw it together. All of this research that supposedly has gone into it, all this money and funding and blah, 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 blah that has gone into it. But we have been doing cancer research, drug research, and money has been going towards breast cancer, cervical cancer, childhood cancer for years and years and years.
Right.
And the research has only recently, in the last few years, made a dent into actually curing and keeping people in remission from cancer. But they supposedly got a suppressant for this. And I know it's going to get better.
Right.
As the time comes, like it did with eradicating the chickenpox and the measles and the mumps, supposedly
polio and all that.
Yeah, but if it does come as mild cases, maybe 100 people a year, which is very mild considering the population in the world.
True.
So, or the countries that do vaccinate. But anyway, long story short, without being, sad and all this other stuff, if you want to get vaccinated, please do. Those of you who are vaccinated, don't rub it into people's faces if they will feel a certain way. Because, again, I'm a strong opposer. One of my friends is vaccinated. Well, I'm sorry. A couple of my friends are vaccinated, and there are a couple that are not. And I have always been, like I said, on that line. I'm like, I'm going to be the last person to get it. Somebody else said, well, you're going to be behind me because, I ain't getting it.
Yeah.
So, but now they changed their mind. And now they've gotten it.
Yeah, it's been a difficult road just to deal with this because, like you said, seems like it's a mini internet civil war between the vaccinated and those that are opposing it. But I'm on the same road as you. Like I had my remissions about wanting to get vaccinated, just because, like, again, just like you said, the information that was out there and just my own personal reservations. But as time goes along and we see things happening, and especially with that new variant out there, I am going to get vaccinated as well, just as a precaution.
Yeah. And
even and again, it's not just for me, because at the time, I'm staying with my parents, so I look out for them. I don't want anything to happen to them, my daughter, and other family members. And again, I can see the way that the world is going to change and see where things are heading. And you probably will not be able to do much, if not anything at all, if you do not get vaccinated, which kind of goes back into the free will conversation. Don't have much of that left now.
No. And my friends who I was talking to today, her and her husband, they went to New Orleans for their anniversary. And she said that Friday or Saturday that they were there was the last weekend that you can go up and down the strips and the bars, because now you have to show either a negative test or your vaccine card.
Yeah. I'm going to say, because that was one of the biggest things I heard with my current job, because, they have to keep everything in line with CDC, and they let the news out. That was the first thing I heard directly from them before hearing it from anywhere else, that Louisiana had the putting the mask mandate back into place. So, a lot of these people, now these places and cities are taking things a lot more serious now. And like I said,
because they losing money.
Oh, yeah.
It's hitting them in the pocket. The only thing that I don't understand is how they're going to be able to enforce that come Mardi Gras. And I'm even not talking about New Orleans. I'm talking about here.
Right.
How they're going to be able to enforce that. Unless they, make sure all the Mardi Gras crews have it. But then, that's down the line.
Yeah, well, now that you brought it up, I'm sitting here thinking about it, like, they would have to have checkpoints.
Yeah.
Before you even got close. And I mean, to even think about it. But yeah, they would have to have a lot of different checkpoints because there's so many ways to get to the routes.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bigger thing to try and think about.
Yeah.
Try to wrap our heads around it, which it's not going to happen tonight.
Yeah. Jesse Jackson and his wife are both hospitalized. They both have COVID. He's 79 and she's 77.
Oh, jeez. Prayers up to them and their family.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's... How you done made it all somber with all this COVID talk?
Hey, guess what? Okay. So I might be late to the game. I might not be. Okay, so you know how I like watching TV shows that have more than 2 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know about y'all who just got into Manifest because it hit Netflix, but I was in the Manifest gang first premiere, the pilot and everything. First season, great. Second season, I can't get it out of my mouth. Second season was, I'm like, okay, y'all losing me. And then I stopped watching after like the 3rd episode. I started watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hear me out.
Okay.
I started watching it about 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Well, it's been out a little bit longer than that.
It's been out a lot longer than that. So I started watching it about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it on my list. And then I was like, I watched like the first 3 episodes. After the first 2 episodes, if you don't hook me, I'm gone.
Okay.
It's like the first 5 pages in a book, I'm gone. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it. But I started watching at speed and a half because it was just going too slow for me. Speed and a quarter.
Right.
So I'm hooked. I'm on like season 5.
Yeah, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was constantly watching it, I think up until season 4. And then I kind of fell off. And I've been, like, I'll go back to it here and there. But yeah, that was one of those early Marvel shows that I just, when it first came out, I didn't really pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew about it. And I watched here and there. But then once it got on Netflix, I was like, all right.
Gotcha.
I started binging it. And then, like I said, I got into it. And then I stayed active with it until season 4 came out. Then I kind of fell off. And then everything else kind of hit my radar. But speaking of shows, though, the one I need to get into that everyone's talking about, I guess, the Raising Kanan, the new Power series.
Listen, after Ghost died, Tommy bitched up. Tasha got locked up, but they left the Empire to whining ass Tariq. Power Empire. I haven't watched it. And you know, I love me some Method Man. I can't even better watch. Ooh, I love me some Method Man.
So you didn't watch it when...
I have not watched it.
Okay.
After Ghost fell, I have not watched it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta get back into
Raising Kanan.
That, but no, but from what...
Fuck Kanan, he killed his own son.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, this one has been getting more respect than even like the early seasons of Power, which the first 2 I admit were probably the best 2 out of the entire series so far.
I'm not gonna sit here next to you and you tell me bull crap like this.
What you mean?
Nothing, sir. Nothing at all.
Anyways, did you catch the Lox versus Dipset versus?
You know I had to hear Kiss. I did. I only caught a few moments of it because, you know, I be booked and busy, boo. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I did.
What'd you think of it?
It was decent. I was surprised. The outfits were...
Oh.
to say the least. But, you know, I'm not going to lie. I have my picks and my favorites. So, you know, I'm only here for a little bit. but I'm here for a long time. And I saw Jadakiss, so I was good.
Yeah. I just like what the Lox did as far as representing hip hop. They were like, okay, y'all have this style, but where's the lyrics?
Oh yeah.
Where's the showmanship? Where's the presentation? Like, and I get it that, a lot of the verses in the past, people just went ahead and played their song and they may have rapped over their song. But I love the fact that, Lox came there to play.
Yeah,
they were with all the shits, and I loved it because, again, you could just tell from the way that they were on that stage that, they were ready to put on the show.
I mean, they have a great stage presence. I did not watch. Like I said, I only watched a little bit of it, and I saw what I saw, and I left. I'm not gonna lie.
But that was just one of the best things I loved during before we took the break was just getting into seeing a lot, get into the hip hop bag and spending time with family and everything else. It was just something great. But I will say that I did miss our bi-weekly conversations and giving the people what they would like to hear.
Who do that? We don't do that.
Who don't do that? We do that.
I digress. Yeah. But yeah, I missed it too. Our next hiatus won't be that long. I know y'all missed this. I fell off of social media presence. I do apologize. The grieving process is new to me on this caliber. I have lost people that are close to me, friend-wise, relatives. But when you lose a parent, it's different. So I don't fuck with social media no way. Y'all bitches in my business. Twitterverse is definitely my wheelhouse.
Right.
Everybody else, I know what I know and I feel comfortable.
Right.
So, I fell off, and I do apologize to the listeners and the followers, the newcomers and the.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they will understand that, especially when it comes to certain things like we've always stressed on this show that, mental health is key. And if, you needed to take that break for that, then I think people will understand.
Definitely. I don't care what they thought. I really didn't care what they thought. I'm just saying, because I know a lot of people probably coming in several episodes in, and this is the second season. So it is something that has to be said in order to heal, as well as to bring your listeners closer.
Yeah.
The losing of a parent, especially somebody as prominent and active in my life,
right,
as my dad was, and it's almost a year.
Oh geez, yeah.
So it's like crossing a milestone threshold, so to speak. It's not a happy milestone.
Yeah.
Because, of course, you are celebrating his life and then his birthday and his death. Like 48 hours apart.
Right.
So it's like you have to be willing to accept certain things when it comes to grieving. Like it's almost like a manic depressive where you have periods of you're up, you're active, you're happy, you're getting things done, no problem. And then you have periods of, well, I'm just going to do the bare minimum to get things done. But luckily, my kids and my mom there, they kind of keep me on my toes to where I can make it through. But I appreciate y'all for, bearing with me. And yes, mental health is much needed.
Yes.
I told my supervisor the other day, I said, hey, He said, what can I do for you? I said, prove that time. For yourself. Because I'm going to take it anyway. Just remind yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we're in a hamster wheel almost.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but we have to get it into the open of checking on each other. Even though you can call, hey man, you all right? How you doing? What's going on? Sometimes you don't want to feel like you're prying.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of friend, I'm going to pry. I'm going to be comfortable with making you uncomfortable to make you comfortable to know that you're able to come to me.
I got you, I think.
I'm going to make you uncomfortable enough to make you seem like, well, damn, maybe this person genuinely cares.
Okay, got you.
To make you comfortable enough to come to me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So, I mean, I'm your therapist. What was that? The Peanuts game where she was a therapist for 5 cents.
Oh, Lucy. Yeah. But
I'm gonna give you a discount. Give me 2 cents.
2 cents.
2 cents a minute. Miss Cleo, call me now. I'm an ass. I know it.
But no, yeah, I can completely understand that. And, you know, when it comes to certain things, like a battle I've been having for a minute is just trying to learn to deal with being there for people. Like the biggest thing for me, anyone that knows me knows that I will be, if I consider you a friend, if I consider you someone that I know, someone that I trust, I will be with you for the end, no matter what. I'll be there to listen to you, to go through your struggles, to support you. But at the same token, I have to be able to know my boundaries with that as well, because as much as I may want to help people, they got to be able to help themselves. And that's one of the biggest things I had to tackle during this break was just cutting, I won't say cutting people off, but setting my boundaries with people as far as, okay, I want to be there to help you as much as I can, but I'm not going to overexert myself when I see that you're not putting in the same amount of energy to help yourself.
Of course. I was talking to K-Dub the other day, and she was like, yeah, you did say this was your year of the no. I said, yeah, this is my year of the no. And she was like, I gave her a situation. She was like, damn. She was like, we need to work on your delivery of your no. She was like, that no comes off as like, no, and I don't give a fuck how you figure it out. And I said, that's exactly how I want to come off. And it's not to hurt anybody's feelings. And it's not a no the first time. Like if you ask me to do something, I'm like, no. Or if you say something and anybody who knows you know is like different levels to your no.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, are you interested? Nah, maybe, you know. It's not like somebody's asking you to try kombucha or bubble tea. You're like, what is that? Okay, I tried a little bit. No, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to try battery acid? No. So don't ask me to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to, you're putting people in their categories. You're putting people in their lane. They have to either get on the same page as you or they're no longer affiliated with you.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with losing people. My circle is very small. And I like it like that. I like living in my little bubble that I call my home. I can count physically how many people know where I live. And I like it.
Yeah.
I like living on the outskirts because you can't pop up. You just can't. You have no reason to be on this side of the city. None.
Gotcha.
It's not a gateway to The other side is not. Is nothing.
Yeah.
It's things here. People who live on this side of town, we appreciate our little things that we have over here.
Yeah.
But it's not like the epicenter of the city. Like, oh, yeah, I'm coming that way. Oh, such and such live over here. I'm going to ride down that street. Nope. Dead end. You have no reason to even get lost, make the wrong turn. And I love it. I do. And I've realized that I've always lived on a fucking dead end street.
Yeah, well.
Always.
As long as I've known you here, yes.
Always.
Okay. I'll hear you.
Always. But anyway, we're going off trend. Shut up, Dorian. Yeah, we went off trend. But yeah, the summer was good. I did not go to one beach this summer. I was so happy.
I wanted to. I won't say I did want to go to the beach. I did have plans to take my daughters to Oa. Because one, I've never...
You read that no, didn't it?
Yeah.
Germs. That's all I saw.
But again, that was something because I had in my mind from the time that I went to go pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like, okay, one thing led to another. Plans got adjusted. Plans got adjusted, so I wasn't able to do it. But just to be able to spend time with them before, I had to take the oldest one back and the youngest one started school. It was good, but like I said, just that 17-year-old is just...
Bust ahead. Burning back, hey, y'all the fucking manual. You ain't got to know, but use it. Shit. Bust they head, take they shit. If you take their phone from them, you ain't even got to take their phone from them. Just give them a phone that they don't want, and you use their phone. Maybe all right. My brother-in-law, he won. He brought a jail for my niece and my nephew's phone a long time ago. I don't know where he got the jail from. Mm-hmm. It was an actual jail cell that he sat on the kitchen counter and he tormented them. He let their phone ring. They heard all kinds of notifications going off. He turned my nephew's phone off and changed his number. He didn't even have a number.
That's ruthless there.
So,
that's ruthless there. Oh, man. Yeah, I couldn't.
He ain't had no more trouble out of neither one of them.
No, I bet. Yeah, it's just trying to find alternatives because I was getting close to that point where I wanted to just... But I pulled back. But yeah, I think it may come to that point. And I told her mother, I was like, look, if it gets to that point, I got your back. I ain't gonna say nothing.
I don't recollect none of this conversation. This is merely hearsay. What's it called in the legal system? Hearsay. It's speculation. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and I do not possess this conversation. Allegedly. Hell with y'all. Anywho, I'm looking for another dog.
Really?
I want to name him Little Dude.
Okay. Backstory.
I saw a porcupine. And the porcupine name was Little Dude.
Okay.
They had the porcupine on the leash walking him.
Where was this?
And I promise I was sober. Oh.
Was this in our city or was this on TV?
This was on that other state down there.
Okay.
It was on TV, and I told you I've been up since 12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of shit that's on TV.
No. Not at that hour, no.
At 3:30 in the morning.
No.
But I saw a porcupine named Little Dude on a leash. They were walking him around the zoo. And I want a dog. So I named him Little Dude. He be big as shit. He be a great day. Name him Little Dude. I don't care. And I'm sober-ish right now.
I don't know. Way this conversation starting to go. I'm starting to question it. But no, I can understand that because my daughter wants to get a dog real bad. But that probably won't happen until, I get a house.
She got two she can play with right here. Drop her ass off. Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. So me and K-Dub were having a conversation. And I called her out the blue. I was working. You know how you have some random thoughts. And so I'm going to make sure
you forget who you're talking to, right?
Look, I know I have random thoughts. I look, you answer the phone, you don't know if you're going to get a hello, a question, or a blast with a conversation like we've been having it forever. Anywho, people who name their children names that they should not be as a newborn, hear me out, just wait.
Okay.
And then they grow, they just like names that they have to grow into. Like, how do you name your newborn baby Helen? It's not like a name that you should have as a newborn. It's like a name you pick up when you about 29.
Not even 30. 29. That's like Helen is, as soon as I hear the name Helen, I'm thinking
Grandma and the
moo-moo. Late 40s, early 50s.
And this is no disrespect to anybody with these names. I'm just saying, like, how do you... Okay. Agnes.
Right.
Even better, black folks. Yes, y'all, black people.
Ezekiel.
No, I like Ezekiel. How you name your child?
Cletus.
Willie. And that's it. That's it. Willie.
Yeah.
I have a cousin named Willie.
I know a couple guys.
That's it. Like,
Willie,
it ain't William.
Nope.
It ain't Will. And Willie is just a name that you had when you were a child. How you look at your newborn baby and say, Willie, motherfucker. We'll call you Willie. Like, we just ran out of names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, that's no different than how we used to get on people who named their daughters Alexis.
Okay. But that's a name. You can look at a baby and say, oh, you're cute, Alexis. You cannot look at an 80-year-old and call her Alexis. She has outgrown that name. That's just like when you got a newborn baby and your baby, I won't even use Mary as a name. Mary, you know, it's an even feeling on the name. But how you look at your baby and say, let's see.
Estelle.
No. Carol. As a newborn. I'm going to name my baby Carol. Okay, now this child has a lot of pressure on their shoulder. As a newborn, you have to hurry up and grow up to your name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you can't be Carol until you reach at least
somewhere in your 30s.
39. Yeah. We're going to say 39. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, even with some of those, I mean, you have to, if I'm looking at it from the outside, a lot of people will pick those names because of a family member that means a lot to them. Like,
I get it.
Like, my middle name, Emmanuel.
That's an even playing field now. Because, you know, old ass men, Mr. Emmanuel, mean ass around the corner, got a house full of cats. You know him, or you know Emmanuel went to school with. You know what I'm saying? That's an even field name.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, David, John, Mark, biblical names. They, you know, then you have other names like Sebastian. That's an even playing field. Brandon.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Nathaniel. That baby got a lot.
Nathaniel.
I love Nathaniel. But he has a lot of pressure on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess.
How you look at your newborn son and say, Ulysses.
Yeah, that's a lot to live up to.
That's a lot to live up to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of pressure. And I never realized how much pressure of naming a child was until that day that I would sit down and I should have been focused on something else. And I had to have the conversation with somebody because Alexa wasn't having it. She was like, I do not understand. And I asked her again, did that answer your question? And I'm like, this bitch ain't playing fair. So, but yeah, stop putting this pressure on these babies. Like, you named your baby, say, Brianna or Amber or something cute as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Then she 80 years old, still got this perky ass name, which is nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But she has outgrown her name, or he has outgrown his name. That's a lot of pressure. Those are the things that I think about when I'm sober.
I'm about to hit you with a question, though.
Agnes, go ahead.
All right.
Oh, hell.
So, you know how they say we live on borrowed time, right?
Okay.
But if we live on borrowed time, how do we pay it back?
Jesus paid it all. I know, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
That was just one.
That was a bad dad joke. You need to stop your shit.
I'm sorry. That was just one of those things I seen. I had to sit back and think about it. Like,
is that your question? You said you had to ask me.
Yeah.
Bye. You had me thinking you had some real shit. I'm like, damn, okay, yeah. I got questions I gotta ask.
Nah, nothing real.
Oh,
but
I hate you. What?
I do have a park bench. I know we're 46 minutes in, but I do have a park bench. I do have to get this one off my chest.
I'm happy you said that because I've been looking at my phone trying to figure out why the hell I keep picking up my phone, but I keep forgetting I sent you something that I wanted to talk about. Okay, go ahead, bye.
All right, so with me traveling and doing everything during this summer, and of course traveling with the military. For anyone that travels in Mobile, you know we have the Wallace and the Bankhead tunnels.
Allegedly.
There ain't no legend behind this shit.
We have the bottleneck and the anus. Shit. Continue.
Which gets to my point.
Please do not ask that question.
I'm not going to ask it.
Okay.
But it goes in line with exactly my park bench. Like, as long as I've lived in this city, I do not understand why when people normally commute through both of these tunnels, but for some reason, it seems like as soon as they hit these tunnels, well, I don't even know. The Bankhead is a lot better than the Wallace. Wallace, it seems like as soon as they hit the middle of it, all common sense goes out the window. All normal driving rules go out the window.
You have to assume that these people start with this.
That's a lot to ask for, too. But still, I just don't get it. Like, you slow down. Why? What in the... Trust me, I've done research on this. In all the years that the Wallace Tunnel has been open, besides big hurricanes maybe shutting it down, there's been no breaks. There's been no flooding that would, inside flooding that would cause
people the doors.
Exactly. My point exactly. So why are people slowing the hell down when they get to the tunnel? Why?
Some people don't realize that bitch is not going to close down on them.
How can you not? You drive through it. Most people commute through that tunnel every single day.
It says it's supposed to take you from the exit of the tunnel to, was that Jefferson? Fredericks Boulevard, 8 minutes. That's some lies. That's some lies. But I don't know. I don't. And for 8 years, I commuted through that tunnel on a daily,
right,
morning, afternoon, 6 days a week. And it's an issue. That's something you have to bring up at the next town hall meeting when they're talking about the new bridge. I don't know. I don't
because it's something I've been trying to wrap my head around. It's like I said, I didn't really realize it and notice it as much until I took a trip for the military. We had to go. It was one of those things where we went back and forth. And it was like, during the rush hour time, I don't get it. You would think that everyone would want to be moving to deal with it. But it seems like during those peak hours, people lose their damn mind. And again, people just slow down through that tunnel, hit the brake lights, everything else. And it's just like, most people have to make this commute. Why slow down? And then it sometimes be so backed up, you're like, I wonder if there's a big accident. I wonder if someone's hurt. And you get there, oh no, people just driving slow through the tunnel.
Again, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just something that I got tired of. It doesn't make any sense to me. And again, maybe it's because I grew up in New York and we had to go through a lot of tunnels. We had the Holland Tunnel that we have to go through to get to New Jersey and all this, and the Lincoln Tunnel and all. But still, you go through those tunnels, people are doing the speed limit, if not more, getting through those tunnels. And those are longer than the Wallace Tunnel.
They have, are they above water or below water?
Both of them are below water.
I don't know. I've never driven through either one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. Fuck, you want me to say?
If any of our listeners have the answer to this question, please let me know. Because I do, as Miss MVP would say, make it make sense.
That shit's been hard this year.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. It's been hard. It's been like, whew, Jesus. Anyway, any new music this summer that you've been listening to? Look, I don't have any new music that I've been listening to this summer. Of course, people have been dropping things here and there. You know, the summer ain't been that hot. It ain't been no hot girl summer.
No,
hot boy summer. It's just been, it's been regular.
Well, I know we talked about it before on the podcast.
Allegedly. Do you have receipts?
Yes.
Oh.
But nah, what did you think of Silk Sonic's second single, Skate?
I'm going to sue them.
I figured you would say that. I figured you would say that because as soon as that song came out, I was like, I wonder if they heard our conversation.
I'm going to sue them. Now, how about that? But no, it's a good song. Bootsy Collins is doing great things with that band. He named them. He also is on a couple of their songs. I've liked Bruno as a pop crossover.
Right.
I liked him as well. Anderson, he does that man with the pen is phenomenal. I am
and with drums too.
Yeah. He's great with drums, and that was something that I was unaware of until real recently.
Mm-hmm.
But to put him, it seemed like all my artists that I like, it's like you can't put them against anybody. Like, you already know who my number one band is. So you can probably put them against me. Okay, so New Edition maybe against Mint Condition. That's a different animal. We're not going there. My Stokely, I love you, baby. Stokely Williams, you forever in my heart. But, you know, to me, it's different when you think about Anderson.
Yeah.
Anderson is... When you think of a movie role for someone who's very versatile, you think of Denzel Washington. He's played the good guy. He's played the bad guy. He's played the deceptive guy. He's played all kinds of roles.
Yeah.
You think of Samuel L. Jackson. People who understand the assignment, you don't have to tell them nothing else.
Yeah.
That's how I think of Anderson when he does his music. When he has a vision, it's like tunnel vision. It's almost like listening to Raphael Wiggins. I'm sorry. Y'all know him as the Deep. When he's thinking and he's writing, and he's being a producer and an artist, or Babyface, or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Like you have, or Pharrell, you have this great ear for certain things.
Yeah.
And you hear it and you're like, yep, that's it. Right there. And it's like a signature that he puts on these songs that can't and probably won't be duplicated for years. I can't put him in the category with Prince, but he's definitely in the league of his own.
Yes.
But I want to see him. With a straight face, damn it. Yeah. What was the first concert you ever went to?
Ooh. First concert I ever went to was in Central Park.
I didn't say where.
It was a hip hop festival.
No, it wasn't a concert. It was a festival.
But regardless,
How old were you? 14?
No.
10?
No.
Nah, Joe.
16. 16.
Oh, okay. My first concert, I was 8.
Okay.
And I don't think my daddy knew what he was taking me to.
No, we're not talking about one of these gospel concerts, are we? That doesn't count.
No, those are revivals. No, it was actually a guy concert.
Like we're talking
Aaron
Hall, Teddy, that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
At 8 years old.
I don't think my dad knew.
No.
We were in Texas, and he took me, and I've been corrupted ever since. I am. Rest in peace, Pops. But yeah, I don't think he realized what he was taking me to was I want to say it was right outside the Astrodome or the Astro something. I don't know. That's been many moons ago. I can't remember the exact place, but yeah, I can remember just about every concert that I've been to. I remember my first Immature concert.
Wow.
I went to a lot of them. A lot.
Should I say my condolences?
A lot. Okay, what you say? let's get this accurate. I don't care what you say.
Immature concerts. Wow.
My very first one that I went, Immature concert that I went to was at Texas Street Radio.
Did you even go to an IMX concert?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm about to say, yeah, we got to talk off mic if you went to an IMX concert.
No. I was gone by then. Trying to see who else. So the hip hop festival is the only thing?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the only concert the only concert I've ever been to. Comedy shows, yes, been to plenty. But I do miss that I had the opportunity to go to the Jay-Z concert when he was getting ready to retire and on the Blackout End.
Oh yeah, you had opportunity to go to the Roots concert too, but we ain't gonna bring that one up.
Yeah.
But that's a sore subject. I'm gonna bring that one up. Just know that I was a good guy in this story. He was the villain.
Yeah.
He was an ass in that story.
Yeah. Yep, agreed.
Yeah, man. Like I miss going to concerts. I actually bought tickets to a comedy show coming up for my nephew and I, who I think I'm going to not give him his ticket because he's been mean to me.
Aww.
I love my nephew, but I choke him.
What comedy show?
Fluffy.
Oh, Gabriel.
Fluffy.
Okay. Jeez. All right.
Yes, Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes.
Yes. So, but yeah, concerts are trying to make its way back, and I say that to say February 2022 is when New Edition takes up their residency in Las Vegas, and y'all will see me. So try.
My bad. Okay, you will be there.
Hello.
My bad.
I already told them heifers if y'all go on with me, it's gonna be February or March, or February and March. It just depends on. They say as long as it's not May or June, because it's gonna be hot in Vegas. I don't give a shit. The concert is inside. But what about when we gotta go outside? Go out when the sun go out. I mean, what the fuck you want me to tell you? And I know y'all are listening. You heifers know who you are. So get in place. All those that say, I get sick when it's hot. You know who you are. Start drinking your water now.
Wow.
I will be there.
Shots fired.
To see Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny.
Why you say poor Ralph like that?
Because I'm not. He alright. Shit. He alright.
He was the main one singing for
He alright.
Okay, short subject, I get it.
I'm going to be there for the ones I'm there for. Okay? Shit.
I get it.
His daughter just actually got married too.
Oh, damn, that's special.
And he did not look good in that picture that I saw.
Oh, I think he'll be all right.
No, he didn't look healthy.
Oh, okay. Then, my bad.
But it could have just been a bad angle. I'm talking about Bobby. For those who don't know, we on a first name basis. Care what y'all say. Y'all can talk about Bobby all y'all want to. I don't give a shit. Bobby can't do no wrong in my eyes.
That's how a lot of people feel about Mr. Kelly.
I'm sorry. Listen, I got a lot to say about Robert Kelly. Okay? Robert Kelly is a evil man for the shit that he did to these little girls and little boys, I heard. But R, that's a different man. That man is a hell of a man behind that producer and writer and artist / singer. But you can leave R alone. R. Kelly, you can't fuck with him. Robert, oh, y'all can tear him up. Yeah, what y'all say? Say the son. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do to him. But R. Kelly, leave him the hell alone.
Even though when you look back and think about some of the lyrics in some of those songs.
Some of those lyrics and some of those songs were parental advisory. So if you let your children listen to them, that's your fault. If you let your child listen to that music that man, that R. Kelly made, and y'all let your child leave with Robert, it's your fault. You should have had R. Kelly in the contract and not Robert Kelly. It's your fault. Know the man, know the beast. Okay? That's my opinion. I said what I said.
So you split the two apart. I guess how you see that is the same way how I see Bill.
Bill who?
Cosby. Like, I respect the Cosby Show. I respect everything he's done as far as that in a different world. But yeah, even a stand-up to some degree. But yeah, I can pull myself apart apart from that because I do respect the legacy. But yeah. The stuff that he's been accused of and went to trial for.
He's been released.
Yeah, he has. But still, I mean, it's still out there. But
ain't no proof. It's merely hearsay. Ain't no receipts.
May not be receipts, but
it's all fiction. Why you wait till this man 88 years old to say something?
They could come. That's a loaded question.
Because the money ran out. Right. That's why some of these folks on R. Kelly ass.
Yeah, I mean, either the money ran out or, I mean, there could be they could still been dealing with trauma and finally took them long enough to say something about it. I'm just saying, that's just a point of view. I'm not saying.
He 88 years old.
Right.
You still got trauma? It's something you ain't doing to heal you. Because he wasn't in the spotlight. He was living his best life with Camille. And Hannibal was butthurt, said something about it, and lit a fire. Trauma? I digress.
Well, I think that just about does it for us. You got any tips for the people for the beginning of season 2?
Don't smoke crack. Not even a little bit. Not even you want to try it. Don't do it. Oh, fuck. Just so y'all know, I am sober. Anyway, no, I don't have any tips, Like I said, the strong survive. If you want to get tested, get tested. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't, look out for others. Wear your mask. Keep your hand sanitizer. Same thing. Wash your hands. Back your ass back. I never understand why somebody in line want to stand so close to you even before COVID. Oh my God. That shit's annoying. Back your ass up. Woo.
That's the impatientness showing within them.
I don't know.
Well, for some people, it's impatient. Some people just don't know to give people their, space.
If you're standing so close to me that I can feel you breathe, hear you breathe.
Mm-hmm.
2, feel your body heat come off of you.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID. And 3, if I was to just move my elbow back a little bit and I brush against you and you are startled, bitch, you too close.
Yeah.
You are way too close. Your military even give you further feet than that. Shit.
Yep.
Arms linked apart.
Yep.
If I can touch you with the tip of my ring finger, my middle finger, you're too close. Too close.
Yeah.
Give me 2 more of them.
I don't know why people, like I said, I think a lot of them, people, when it comes to lines like that, they get impatient. So they think that standing closer will get them a little bit closer to getting out of there. But yeah, I don't get it.
I have no idea. That's why I don't go in stores. I don't.
I know.
I had a big ass box that was delivered to my door recently. And I was very embarrassed.
Why were you embarrassed?
Because it was full of clothes. Clothes and shoes. From one store.
Hey. Get it how you get it. I know, for the school rush, I was bouncing all over the place trying to get school uniforms together.
Nope. I have not stepped in one store to buy one uniform. I'm sorry, I have. I went into a local store because I had to get a special plaid pattern. But that's it. That's it.
I got you.
Your tip of the day. Use restraints. Take it how you want to.
I was just kidding. Never mind.
Take it how you want to, or give it how you want to. Use restraints. Read between the lines, people. For the good and for the bad. At least, this is what one of my managers ended our meeting on. She said, at least you don't have ants in your toilet bowl. I said, what? I said, come back again.
Ants,
said,
okay.
At least you don't have ants in your toilet bowl. And to clarify, she does not have ants in her toilet bowl. But shit could be worse.
That's true.
Use restraints.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, yeah, that will do it for us, beautiful people.
Beautiful people.
Thank you for joining us. And
Lawsuit on the way.
we have a lot of big things in store for season 2. So please continue to support. Remember all the socials, Facebook, Convos in the Park, Instagram, Convos in the Park.
You an Insta hoe?
Twitterverse is Convos in the Park.
Man, listen, it's a... Hey, Twitter.
So he had something to say there about that.
I was about to say something. Me and somebody was going back and forth on Twitter about R. Kelly, but you know, we I'm not even gonna put them on blast like that.
Okay.
It was hilarious though. Sometimes I don't even know if it be my page or the podcast page. I just be on Twitter. I love Twitter. Hey, Twitter.
And TikTok, we're there too. Convos in the Park.
TikTok, you don't stop. TikTok, you don't stop.
And as always, if you want to send us a question or you want to give us feedback, you can do so on social media. You can also do so on YouTube by searching up Convos in the Park. Or you can email us at parkbitch@convosinthepark.com. Are you okay, Miss MVP? Twitter,
and I quote, "The worst thing ever is taking a shower and having to shit right after."
And with that one, good people, we're going to sign off. This is Dorian.
And this is Miss MVP. Good morning, good evening, and good night.
We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.